Have you ever wondered what happened to the legendary samurai of Japan? For centuries, they were the ultimate warriors, a symbol of honor, discipline, and deadly skill. But as Japan opened its doors to the world in the 19th century, their time was coming to an end. This is the story of the man often called the last true samurai, Saigō Takamori. Picture this, it's the 1860s. Japan is in turmoil. The old way of the shogun is crumbling, and the country is racing to modernize. At the heart of this change is Saigō Takamori, a giant of a man, both in stature and influence. He was a key figure in the Meiji Restoration, the very movement that restored the emperor to power and aimed to build a new, modern Japan. Ironically, the very changes he helped bring about would ultimately lead to the end of the samurai class he belonged to. As the new government stripped the samurai of their special status, their swords, and their income, many felt betrayed. For centuries, being a samurai was not just a job. It was an identity, a way of life defined by the code of Bushido. Now, they were being told that their skills and their honor were obsolete. Imagine dedicating your entire life to a path, only to have the world change beneath your feet. Saigō, despite being a high-ranking official in the new government, felt this loss deeply. He saw the struggles of his fellow samurai and grew disillusioned with the rapid, and in his eyes, soulless, modernization. He argued that Japan was losing its spirit. He eventually resigned from his position and returned to his home domain of Satsuma. There, he became a hero to thousands of disenfranchised samurai. He founded private schools that taught not just academics but the traditional martial arts and values of Bushido. For these men, Saigō was more than a leader. He was the living embodiment of the samurai spirit they feared was disappearing forever. The tension finally snapped in 1877. Angered by the government's policies, his students and followers launched a rebellion, and they looked to Saigō to lead them. This was the Satsuma Rebellion. It was a tragic, desperate last stand. On one side, you had Saigō's samurai, armed mostly with traditional swords and spears, driven by honor and loyalty. On the other, the new Imperial Japanese army, equipped with modern rifles, cannons, and a Western-style command structure. The outcome was inevitable. The samurai fought with incredible bravery, but they were no match for the overwhelming firepower of the modern army. The rebellion was crushed after several months of brutal fighting. In the final battle, a wounded Saigō Takamori chose to end his life in the traditional samurai way of seppuku, rather than face capture. His death marked the end of an era. The samurai as a class were officially gone. But was Saigō a traitor rebelling against his emperor, or a hero defending his way of life? It's a question Japan has wrestled with for over a century. In a surprising twist, the Meiji government, the very government he fought against, later pardoned him posthumously. They recognized that his intentions were rooted in a deep love for his country, even if his methods went against the tide of history. Today, Saigō Takamori is remembered as a tragic hero. His statue stands prominently in Ueno Park in Tokyo, a powerful reminder of the turbulent transition from feudal to modern Japan. He represents the painful clash between tradition and progress, and the enduring spirit of the samurai. The story of the last samurai is not just about the end of a warrior class. It's about the soul of a nation in transformation. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into Japanese history, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the past. Let me know in the comments what you think of Saigō Takamori's legacy. See you next time.